everyone, my name is Mel. Today, I'm here to share with you a pressing issue in my country, Japan, the situation surrounding homelessness and how it ties into the broader problem of corporate restructuring or restructuring, as we often refer to it. First, let's talk about the homelessness situation in Japan. While Japan is often seen as an affluent country with a high standard of living, like any other country, we face social challenges, and homelessness is one of them. The perception many may have of homelessness in Japan could range based on their experiences or what they've been exposed to through media. However, the reality is that the homeless in Japan often suffer in silence, tucked away in the shadows of our bustling cities. One of the reasons homelessness has become such an issue is due to the phenomenon of restructuring. Over the past few decades, Japan's economic bubble burst, leading to a period of economic stagnation and deflation. Many companies, in a bid to stay afloat, have had to make difficult decisions, including laying off employees. This practice became known as restructuring. While it's intended as a means for companies to streamline their operations and reduce costs, it has had some unintended consequences, one of which is an increase in homelessness. Many of the individuals affected by restructuring are middle-aged men who have spent the majority of their careers with a single company. In Japan, the job-for-life culture used to be a hallmark of economic stability. But with the economic downturn and the shift towards more flexible labor practices, this is no longer the case. Those who lose their jobs due to restructuring often find it hard to re-enter the workforce, primarily because of age discrimination and the preference for younger, more adaptable workers. Without a support network or sufficient savings, some of these workers end up losing their homes and finding themselves on the streets. The government's response to the homelessness crisis has been criticized for being lackluster. There are shelters and programs aimed at helping the homeless, but these often come with stringent conditions that many homeless people can't meet. Moreover, there is a social stigma attached to seeking help, which discourages many from accessing the available services. So what's being done about this issue? There are nonprofit organizations and community groups that have stepped in to fill the gap left by the government. These groups provide not only food and shelter, but also legal and emotional support to help homeless individuals rebuild their lives. However, the scale of the problem often overshadows these efforts. It's important to note that the issue of homelessness and restructuring is complex and multifaceted. Solutions must address not only the immediate needs of the homeless population, but also the structural issues that contribute to the problem, such as employment practices, social security, and housing policies. As a society, we need to foster a more inclusive attitude towards those who have fallen through the cracks. In conclusion, the issue of homelessness in Japan, exacerbated by restructuring, requires urgent attention and action from both the government and society at large. By working together, we can hope to provide meaningful support to those in need and create a more inclusive community for all. Thank you for listening, and I hope this has given you a deeper insight into one of the challenges we face in Japan today.